Hey, this is Doug Small. It was John Adams, our second president, who said, I'm quoting, "It is religion and morality alone." And by religion, he meant the Christian religion. Religion and morality alone, which can establish the principles upon which freedom can securely stand. The only foundation of a free constitution is pure virtue. And if this cannot be inspired into our people in a greater measure than what we have now, they may change their rulers and the forms of government, but they will not obtain lasting liberty. John Adams, our second president, tethered our liberty, our freedom as a nation to Christian morality, to Christian faith. This is the foundation for freedom. The only foundation for a free constitution is the virtue that comes from God, the virtue that we find in Scripture. It cannot be inspired into people in a greater measure. No. It's the Bible that we need for that kind of inspiration. Grover Cleveland, another president, said, "All must admit that the reception of the teachings of Jesus Christ results in the purest patriotism." That is, the people who love God and love Christ and love the Bible end up being the flag-waving people of the nation. We must admit in the most scrupulous fidelity to public trust and in the best type of citizenship. Somehow, a love of God and a love of country go together. Ronald Reagan said government should uphold, it should not undermine. Those institutions that are custodians of the very values upon which civilization is founded. Religion, and by that he meant the Christian religion. Education, and above all, the family. Religion and morality alone, that is informed from a higher source, John Adams said. It's the only hope for lasting freedom. It's faith that drives patriotism, Grover Cleveland said. It's government that upholds faith, but faith that upholds government, Reagan said. We need a great awakening. We need a great awakening. We need a massive returning to God. We need 1 million people to come back to God and start going back to church. Would you join me in the 1 million soul campaign from Passover, Easter to Pentecost in 2026? I'm trying to urge you and me, let's win one person to Christ. And 1 million of us, let's win 1 million to Christ. This is Doug Small, and I'm asking you to be one of 1 million. Go to the Prayer at the Heart website and register. Sign up so that you can get free resources to help you reach your 1 in 1 million. There'll be a 50-day prayer guide that'll be downloadable. There's all kind of other resources to help you with evangelism as blessing, an easy way to do evangelism. I want to encourage you to talk to your pastor and invite him to call the entire church to see this as a period of time, the 50 days from Passover to Pentecost in 2026, of evangelism and outreach. And perhaps he might reach out to other pastors in the city until you've got 10 or more churches together. working to see your community impacted for Jesus Christ. You may want to just be an individual working alone all by yourself, but you may also want to be a champion of this project in your congregation, perhaps even in your county or city, perhaps even in your state. Go to the website, sign up today. Project 2026, prayerattheheart.org. Be one of a million.